we are with the makings of the March Whimsy. So I did pull green for St. Patrick's Day. Although my name is Kelly, I'm not Irish, so I've never, I should look into what St. Patrick did. I think I knew at one time, but I never really kind of went for the whole St. Patrick's thing. I guess because I'm not Irish, I don't know. Anyway, but I did do green, and I was going to do a pattern with birds and a 4-leaf clover, and I decided not to do that. I'm just going to keep it more spring, because I will tell you, or I did tell you at the beginning, that I might not be doing these every month now, but I'll show you what I have. So I have my lovely linen that I love from that tablecloth I got from Goodwill. I think this is backwards, actually. I guess it doesn't matter. No, this is the right side. So I have my layer of my linen, my batting, and then my backing. That's a really cool green. And what I decided this time, because I'm really been into hand stitching more, is I found some clip art with the hummingbirds. I just really liked how it wasn't too detailed and it was kind of airy and flowy, and I love hummingbirds. So my thought was that I'm going to embroider these, and then I just kind of drew in a real flowy, this was my idea, was to do the big 4-leaf clover here, and I was thinking about maybe doing the hearts with a fabric, doing an applique and combining embroidery and applique. I honestly haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. But in doing a few things, I did pick this that I like for the binding that I'm going to use, just a little alphabet print. And then I found this that was left over from a project that I actually showed you guys on Tuesday Teaser that had the birds and the baskets and some trees and that kind of thing. Well, this was left over from that. I thought I would try to work this in somehow on this. The drawing came out bigger than I thought it would. So I'm actually going to draw this on, play around with this, see if I can fit it in somehow. I just don't know. Do you think you would see the birds if they were embroidered on top of this? I don't know what to do, you guys. Let me think about it. Let me think about it while I'm sitting here with you. I don't know if you can hear, but it's absolutely gorgeous out today. It's sunny, and I actually opened up my window, although it's only still in the 30s. It's high 30s, and I didn't know if you could hear that bird out there cawking. I think it just flew by. It might have been like a big falcon or something. Anyway, spring is coming. It hasn't sprung yet, but almost. Okay. So once I draw this on, I pulled these flosses. Once again, do you want to say it with me? Silk floss from the Thread Gatherer. Can you see all the different shades of green in there? Wouldn't that be so pretty? My plan is, and this is a dark green. This is 934 DMC floss. It's a really almost like a black green. I thought maybe I would embroider the bodies in this and then use this variegated to do the wings, because hummingbirds have such cool, I'm not into a lot of bright colors, so this would be perfect for me if I want to keep it displayed. I might keep this one up all spring on my Whimsy board. So, and then I'm going to come back in and do something. I know I'm going to embroider the stems. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with the hearts, but this is what we're going to do. I ordered a whole pack of tracing paper. It came in a whole pack from Amazon, and the pack actually came with this little stylus pen. It has two sides, like a bigger and a finer one, and I have done tracing before on fabric, but I haven't done it for a really long time, and I'm going ahead and doing this with you. We're going to see if this is going to work. I'm going to do it upside down. So there's my linen. I wonder if I should take out I should probably take it off the batting, right? Get a harder surface to do that. Okay, there's my linen. I'm doing this upside down. I'm gonna leave a little bit on the bottom for their wings or tails. And I imagine this is what I do, is I'm gonna just start, I think I'm gonna use that finer end. I'm just gonna do a little part here. That looks about centered. How about if we start here by the beak? And I'm just gonna go right over that. Have you guys used one of these before? I can kind of see an indentation, so I guess it shows, you know, I know where I've been. But I'm gonna pick that up slowly. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Okay, well, isn't this fun? Let's keep going. I'm gonna trace out this whole thing, and then we'll see what it looks like. Someday when I know how to insert music on here, I'll be quiet and we'll insert some music. So I always just Google free clip art to download and put in what I'm looking for and get some pretty cool images. There's just this little thing there. I kind of like that little this is pretty fun. I like the smooth flow of it. Are you guys doing this project with me? So anyway, like I was saying, or maybe I wasn't saying yet, I don't know. It's gonna be getting to be spring outside. I know I'm gonna wanna spend a lot of time outdoors. So I might not be doing one of these every month. I might use that time to go outside with you in the garden. And I mean, you guys are so creative. If you wanna keep doing your monthly whimsies, I think that would be great if you're into changing those out every month. I know you know what you're doing. This is just so we can do it together and I can be motivated to get some things done. But since I've been so into cross stitching lately, I shouldn't say that, but I haven't been wanting to do any of my quilting things right now. Again, I know that will balance out and it will come back around, but right now I'm just having too much fun with the cross stitch. And there's so many projects I want to do. So my plan is to maybe, oh, you know what I did? Did you guys see what I did? I traced this without the tracing paper underneath it. So let's see how the birds came out. Ta-da! Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Okay, I can see my marks, but I can't see. Okay, let's see. Let me get this line back up. How am I going to do that, you guys? Oh, brother. Okay, this is going to take me a minute to figure this out and line this back up. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start stitching on it. There's my hummingbirds. I can see the outline for the heart, so I might just go over that with a pencil instead of trying to mess it up with the tracing paper. And I'm going to start stitching and I will come back and let you know what I'm doing. Hey everybody, it's Kelly in Black Thread Studio. It's Saturday, February, no it's not, it's March 6th, 2021. Look at this beauty that I have sitting here for you to look at. I found this at Goodwill. Let me try to show you up close. It's kind of just a fine linen. I think it's just painted or stamped on, but somebody started to kind of thread paint with it. It looked like it was stitched into something and they took it apart, but I found it, and to me this says the promise of spring, and I might finish this off somehow. But before I get to go on to show you what we're doing with the block of the month for March, I'm not showing my face on video today. Have you noticed? Honestly, I just didn't feel like it. This has been a really rough week for me again, and it's probably been for almost a year. I've been having trouble with my ears, specifically my left ear. And I think if you guys go back, or if you've noticed, I often rub that ear or do something, and then I noticed I was saying some words that weren't quite right when I would look back at some of the videos. And then at work, I had a couple of doctors say, did you hear what I said? And I was like, well, no, I really didn't. I was just saying yes because. Anyway, I started telling everybody at work, well, I think this started probably last summer, you know, joking around. Now that I can't see your mouth with the mask on, I can't hear you either. And I think a lot of people were having trouble hearing people, so I thought it was just maybe part of that. Anyway, it was getting to the point where I really couldn't hear out of my left ear. It's not that I couldn't hear, it was really mumbled. And I did go to the audiologist this last week, and I had some hearing loss in my left ear. And it's, you know, not aging or genetics. It was actually from something happened somewhere along the line, and where your eardrum retracts when sound goes in, and then it's supposed to pop back out, and then it retracts when sound goes back in. It kind of regulates the sound. My eardrum was retracted and it wasn't coming back. So anyway, after I went to the audiologist Tuesday, I got into the ear, nose, and throat doctor right away on Thursday, and I didn't know what to expect. And he said, you have these choices of these steroids and all these, you know, drugs, and or in a really quick process, I can puncture your eardrum and release some of that pressure. And that's what he did. So subsequently, he said it would be painful for a couple weeks, but it should start healing up, and that if it heals up and it's better, then we'll know it worked. If it heals up and it gets worse again, then it might be putting a tube in my ear, which he said they really don't do that to adults unless they have to. So anyway, my whole point, I guess, is that I really still haven't been feeling that well from that. If you can imagine having your eardrum punctured, I just feel dizzy, and I just didn't feel like taking a shower or getting dressed or being perky today. But I did want to get, you know, work on our Whimsy. So here I am. So I showed you this. I'm going to slip in some pictures of the progress that I did on it. But I'll show you what I came up with. I did a little snippet video of, you know, before I started. Uh-oh, something happened there. I lost a stitch there, right there. I'm going to have to fix that. You know what we're going to do? Put a button on that, or a yo-yo or something. Anyway, I'm happy the way it turned out. I showed you guys this, which is what I got offline. And when I was tracing it with the tracing paper, you remember I didn't have the carbon tracing paper underneath. So I just went back and penciled that in. But then I did decide to do the applique hearts, and kind of my version of some kind of clover, maybe. But I really like the hummingbirds. If you guys want this, and you want to, maybe not even for this project, but for something else, let me know. Email me at blogthreadstudio@yahoo.com, and I will send this to you. I haven't been sending them out every time because I don't know who wants them. And I don't want you to have a lot of stuff that you might not want. But so from now on, if I show you something like this and you do want it, just email me, and I will be happy to stick it in the mail for you. By the way, what I wanted to say too is that for Cheryl R with the tassel and the yo-yo. I am so sorry I did not get that mailed out to you this last week because of everything that was going on with my ear and, you know, all that stuff. As well as Bernadine, I have that cross stitch pattern coming to, and I just haven't had, I just didn't get around to it this week, but I have not forgotten about you guys, and I will do that. So again, if you want this, let me know. Email me, blackthreadstudio@yahoo. Okay, so what did I do here? This time, last month I told you I cut it 12 by 16, and I didn't end up cutting that much down, so it was a little bit bigger than my canvas. This one, I actually cut like 11, I think I cut 11.5 by 15.5, and then when I was done with it, you know, I trimmed a lot of it off. Again, I think if I was feeling better, I would have done worse stitching around here as far as quilting goes, but I still like the way it looks. I still like the way it looks. What did I do? So I used the Black Thread Studio variegated green. It almost fades from a really dark black green into these, you know, more of a forest green. And then the floss that I used for the stem, I had that yo-yo just stuck on that little square piece. I think when Hadley was here, we were goofing around with it and she stuck it on there, and I thought it was cute. It almost looks like a little pot that plant's coming out of. So I stuck that on there. That variegated floss, or not the floss, the ribbon, I just wove through. I have, that one was, it starts out with the purple and goes up, and then that more chartreusey green is a different ribbon, but those are all the thread gatherer. I don't know if she still has the silk ribbons on her Etsy shop or if they're still making them, but that is something that I'm going to find out in the near future. So anyway, I just did that. On the hummingbird's head, it has a little circle up there that I didn't want to stitch, so I stuck a few little beads on the top for a little tuft. I really debated going back and forth, making the hummingbird a little bit brighter with some blues and, you know, maybe some pinks in there, because hummingbirds do have a lot of color to them. But I like this. I really liked it just the way it was. So, and there it will be on my clipboard. I did put a label on the back for Black Thread Studio with the year, excuse me, and the month for Whimsy Block of the Month. I really hope you guys are doing that and documenting what you do and what you make. And, you know, I think it's important not only just for you, but for any family members or people that might find it and want to know where your work came from. So I'll let you look at that for a minute while I finish talking to you. So I really like doing the whimsies. They were classes that I did. I don't know if I'm really into it as far as hanging, you know, switching them out every month. I have a really cute Halloween and a really cute witch's boots. And I have a snowman for winter. And then I have a really cute one for, I have pumpkins for fall. And then I'll have something patriotic for the summer. So if you guys like doing these, keep doing them. I'm going to take a break from doing these probably until the patriotic one for July 4th. It won't be for Memorial Day. It will be for July 4th that I'll do it. And then I'll do a couple of them in the fall, pumpkin and the witch boots, and then I'll do the snowman with you. But spring is in the air. I am getting spring fever, and I know one of these Saturdays it's going to be absolutely gorgeous outside, and I don't want you guys to plan on one of these if I'm going to be outside working in the yard. But when I am out in the yard, I am taking you with me. I'll kind of show you what our yard looked like before. It had only these arborvitae trees around the back of the backyard and a little bit on the side. And I think Jim is up to like 200 bushes and plants that he has put in. I should say we put in. And then during the spring last year when we first were home with COVID and the office was closed and I wasn't going into work, I got a ton done as far as landscaping goes. So I'm really excited to get out there this spring and see how everything's going from what I was able to do last spring. So we will do that. But for right now, this is March Whimsies. March Whimsy. I might still not be talking that well. My ear is throbbing a little bit, so I'm going to go and try to get some rest. But I just want to make sure that you guys know how much I love being here with you, that I look forward to it every single weekend. I love hearing from you. So if you have friends or family that wants to subscribe and hang out with us, I would love that too. And what else was I going to say? Next Saturday, well, you know, it'll either be posted Saturday night or Sunday. So next week will be the block of the month for March. That came so quick, didn't it? I guess because, is anybody else doing it? Do you guys care if next week we maybe do, oh, I shouldn't be switching it up on you, should I? Okay, next week we'll keep it the way it is. I'm not going to start changing things now. Okay, next week will be my color is block of the month. I did get more of the floss that I needed from CC at the Thread Gatherer to do my hand quilting, so we will do that. And then, so on Tuesday teaser, I will show you the next block that we're going to be doing, and then we will be doing another tassel giveaway. So I hope you guys will join me. I hope this wasn't too boring, just looking at a few things. But I am going to go, and I hope you have a really, really blessed weekend. And, oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I'm going to see my mom tomorrow. And my mom, Shirley, told me that I was not doing the best job. She wasn't being critical, but I wasn't doing the best job with From Shirley's Cottage because I was picking all the boring articles. And she wants to go through them and pick the ones that she wants me to do. So I don't have a Shirley's Cottage from you today. I don't know if I will tomorrow, but I promise you tomorrow I am spending the day with Shirley, and she is going to go through a bunch of articles and pick the ones that she wants me to read. So that's the update on that. Anyway, you guys have a really blessed weekend, and I will see you Tuesday with Tuesday Teaser. And if you make anything, remember to go on Instagram if you are, and hashtag Black Thread Studio Peeps, Black Thread Studio Peeps. Heather and Bernadine have been doing that, and it is so much fun. They are making beautiful, beautiful things. What's the term? Sweeping me under the rug. That's what I wanted to say. Their things are so beautiful. And it's just so exciting to share and see what everybody else is doing. So you guys do that, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.